What's up, y'all? It's Station Agent. We back with no reaction video. Today, y'all, we got Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. I think that's how you say his name. Broke up, shaking my head. Well, first of all, they ain't break up. They getting a divorce. It's levels. It's levels, okay? Yeah. Chris Brown is mad at Tinashe because she rejected him. Now, Chris, let's get into it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressive Channel. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's
something in the water.
It seems like everybody is separating. Now, Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor are the latest couple to separate, and a lot of people
Not no more. Not no more. Who was it? Now it's Ariana Grande and her husband.
Finna get a divorce after 2 years.
Taken back by surprise because people love Teyana and Iman.
I love them together.
They had amazing chemistry together. I remember when they sat down and did an interview with GQ, and they were asked questions about each other, and Iman knew everything about Teyana. It's like they knew each other so well. They even had a reality show, and
they did.
It made people love them and their little family.
I missed that.
However, everything we see up front is not how it is behind the scenes. And I should have noticed that there was something going on between Iman and Teyana when they both stopped making appearances together. Around the summertime, Teyana was actually...
I don't think that means anything.
It really...
Because they both could just be busy and not able to make it.
Exactly.
Confronted by Chris Brown. And I was thinking, well, where is her husband, Iman? Like, what's going on? And why... didn't he address the situation? I thought that was weird, but now it makes sense. They weren't together.
And why you got this boomerang of him doing this right here?
That they've been separated for a while, and this is what she said in her post. Not too much on my bestie. In all fairness, Iman and I are separated and have been for a while. To be 1000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. We are still the best of friends, great business partners, and one heck of a team when it comes to co-parenting our two beautiful children.
As you should be.
Most importantly, we are family, and in the 10 years together, 7 years married, we ain't ever played with or about that. We just keep y'all out the group chat, LOL, which is the reason we've been able to successfully and peacefully separate without all of the outside noise. The only reason I'm even sharing this part of the chat is because the narratives are getting a little out of hand and it's unfair to all parties involved. I hope this provided some clarity for y'all. Okay, Auntie Tay taking y'all back out the chat. Bye.
I think that's supposed to just be Auntie.
Yeah.
But I love how she addressed this.
Yeah.
Very classy, very unproblematic.
Yep.
Let me shut this down while keeping y'all out the loop. Right. All at the same time. I love how she did it.
Some people won't shut anything down, but it's a defamation of character. Like if everybody out here just saying stuff and you don't clear nothing up, then
people gonna believe what they're gonna believe.
Right.
You might lose fans over something they believe that ain't even true. So I love how she did that.
So Teyana is shutting down the rumor that they broke up because of infidelity. Now, over a week ago, Iman was kind of put on blast for messing around with other girls.
I saw that.
In fact, there's this one girl who was posted on the neighborhood talk, and she was wearing his chain, and it became a big thing. But Teyana wanted to make it clear that infidelity was not the reason. It seemed to me like they did have an amicable split. However, I do wonder what happened between them for them to get to this point, because they did seem so close. I personally believe, and this might not be true, but I personally believe that the disconnect between them happened because they were inviting too many people in their bedroom, okay? Teyana and Iman have been open about the fact that they do have threesomes, and a lot of couples out there do it, and they're able to stick together through it all. But what it does is it opens up the door for a lot of temptation and a lot of discussions. And even though Teyana said,
don't matter how many times y'all agreed on it, it's gonna open up that door.
Well, the thing too is, even though, and she probably finna say that, even though Teyana say it's not, there was no infidelity, there was no cheating, but if y'all are used to inviting people in y'all bedroom and then things shift and it's not how it used to be when y'all first started doing that. Now things are changing. And what they could have done is,
y'all done got to taste the other people.
Right.
And so, now the relationship ain't even the same no more when them other people gone.
Exactly. So, but they're mature enough to still be like, this is obviously, this is what's happening, and we could end this on a cool note.
Yeah.
That is commendable.
Yeah.
that she and Iman didn't
Keep it
separate
cool.
because of any infidelity. I do believe that they probably explored some situations outside of their marriage and it created a disconnect. And this is just my speculation. I'm not saying that it's true, but I wouldn't put it past them either. And I'm not going to say that threesomes is what caused them to go their separate ways, but
basically
I will
just did.
say it probably was a big contributing factor
Okay,
in
she
why
clear.
they started to become disconnected in the first place.
Is this something that you guys have done frequently in having menage a trois?
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that's the mix up. You know what I'm saying? People hear it and think that it's like a thing where it's like every day we just taking bitches down. Like that's not that. It just be those times where like we just like if we on vacation, like our anniversary, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just certain times where like
That
you know,
haircut
like in
was
the
not
beginning,
it.
I wanted to try it. Like I said, I'm Dora the Explorer. Now, as far as my sexual preference and what I want to do, that's me. That's never. I don't do anything sexual to keep my man. The sex is crazy regardless. The sex is already crazy before y'all marry. Y'all just boyfriend and girlfriend. Like once y'all get married and vow to be with somebody, you know, vow to be with one another for the rest of your life, it's just like, what's next? Like I'm a Sagittarius. We need. Let's try. Let's do it. Like
we homies.
at the same time, I'm never gonna put myself in a position that like I can't handle. Like this ain't a thing where, oh, he's gonna go behind your back and deal with her. Nah, this ain't.
What about you, man? Do you ever get jealous? Like, now was this a woman she was messing with before? I get jealous, but I don't be like. I feel like it's
no, but that's what's crazy. No, but a lot of people think that I like girls, but like my first time like dealing with like another girl was with my husband. Like I don't, you know, like I'm not on that type of time.
So those were just sound bites of Teyana and Iman talking about their threesomes, and you heard Teyana say that she was the one who kind of was really curious about having a threesome at first because she wanted to explore more. And in this situation, I think curiosity killed the cat. I think the more they started to explore, the less they became interested in each other.
Can I tell them?
What? Oh, okay.
I was curious. About threesomes. I never had a threesome. But in my mind, my curiosity ain't worth my relationship. You know what I'm saying? That curiosity I'm just gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? It ain't worth messing up what I got going on already. Cause I don't know what's gonna happen after that.
You have to know the dynamic of your relationship. Some people like to me personally, I feel like their relationship fits having a threesome. They look like they have threesomes.
Yeah,
but that don't mean that you do that all the time.
Yeah.
Like special occasion. Maybe it got to a point where it became all the time or something like that. But we know the dynamic of our relationship. That could not happen without it being a problem. So
what's their zodiac signs? Who know their zodiac signs? Drop them down.
Somebody say somebody was a Cancer.
Oh, I don't know nothing about no Cancer.
Me neither.
Well, drop both of them down and let me know.
And that's really what it boils down to. Teyana said that she didn't start messing with women until she got with Iman. So maybe women started to become more of her preference over time. Who knows? And in Iman's case, he started wandering and looking for something to satisfy his lust. So I think that threesomes are the root of why they started to grow apart. And it's really unfortunate because I like
a chance,
Iman
but
and Teyana together.
It's not a definite.
You have two young children. I would hope that maybe they could turn things around and work things out, but they're going to have to set some boundaries and make some serious changes before that happens.
You know,
the situation is
I hate when people be like, I wish that they could fix it and turn it around. Why? They ended it on, if they ended it and on a good note, it should be over.
They
Why
ended
do you
it for a reason.
You want them back together because you like the way they look together.
Them. I like the way they look together.
Right.
But if they feel like this relationship is over,
it's over.
It's over.
I don't want y'all to be together if y'all don't feel like y'all should be together.
If y'all get back together, cool.
Great.
But I don't want y'all to be together because obviously y'all separated for a reason. I
feel like that's an old school thing. You know how older people back in the day would be like, go on and fix your relationship with your husband or da-da-da-da-da-da. But they don't know all the stuff you done went through.
Women don't know when to leave these toxic relationships.
Because they don't watch somebody
because
elder
these old ones, these elders out here leading them astray.
telling them to fix their marriage and stuff.
Okay.
And the marriage ain't even worth
Marriage
a damn.
been gone. Marriage been gone 3 years. And you still there.
I will say that. Now, moving on, I want to briefly talk about this whole Chris Brown and Tinashe beef. Now, recently, Tinashe sat down on the Zach Sang show, and Zach Sang asked her a question about working with controversial figures like R. Kelly and Chris Brown. And what Tinashe said really triggered Chris. This is what she said.
Attached to things that felt labely, would you put in that category the songs you did with R. Kelly and Chris Brown?
Oh, you think I wanted? I literally block out that R. Kelly song from my mind. I forget that even exists. That is so embarrassing. That is so unreal that I even have a song with R. Kelly. That's so embarrassing. No. Yes, that was labeling.
Yeah, knowing you, it actually hurts me that somebody put you in that position and
I was
forced
so
you to
young
do that.
too, which is crazy because I feel like I did that song when I just signed to that label. I was probably 20.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
and I think the public perceives it as you doing that willingly and not understanding that you lack a lot of control in that situation.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, you do. 1,000%.
If any, you probably
And especially when it comes to singles, for example, that song with Chris, that was a song that I put, a lot of we all wanted it to be this big moment, this big single. So I feel in their mind, they were you need this support. And he was their biggest artist they had on rhythmic radio at the time. And to me, I was well, this is a pop song. So I really don't feel we should put Chris on it. That I don't that doesn't compute to me, but I don't know.
your computation was 100% correct.
I don't know.
Now, I didn't see anything wrong with what Tinashe said.
I'm trying to figure out what the problem is.
Were going in on her, but honestly, she was calling out her label and how they were making her do collaborations that didn't make sense. Now, she
that's
put her
understandable.
foot down and said no if she felt that strong.
Because child, it's a collaboration we heard the other day that make completely 0 sense. I'm just gonna leave it there. Make completely 0 sense
about it, but she was young and she was doing what the label was telling her to do. And she felt like if she didn't do what they told her to do, they would not release her project. And that's what eventually happened to her.
It'd be like that.
RCA really did give her a hard time when releasing music. So
the music
I do
industry
think she was
is
pressured
crazy.
to collaborate with certain artists to ensure that she gets a hit. And speaking about Chris in particular, she did a song with him called Player. And she said it didn't make sense for her to do a collaboration with an R&B artist like Chris because Player is a pop song. So I didn't see anything wrong with what she said, but Chris, of course, got in his feelings.
Don't Chris got pop music?
And he took shots at Tinashe. Yeah. He said, name 5 Tinashe songs or die. Everybody dead.
Well,
she's full of that
Chris.
evil. Shawty career is non-existent. What's more embarrassing is that she worked with all of these people and not one of us could save her career. Now, I thought this is so unnecessary. I mean, Chris is too sensitive. He really is too sensitive. Now, it's interesting to me that he had this energy towards Tinashe, but he didn't say anything when Selena scrunched up her face at the mention of his name at the VMAs. See, he's very particular at who he goes at, and he went at Tinashe because he knows Tinashe is an easy target. She's a lesser known artist, and it's easy to pick at her. But to be honest, I didn't think what she said was wrong. Now, I will say this. I can understand where Chris's frustration lies when it comes to the fickleness in the industry and how two-faced people can be. You'll have certain artists who act like they don't like Chris, but secretly behind closed doors, they're singing all of his songs and begging for a feature. So I think he hates the fakeness and he gets easily triggered when one of his peers speaks down on him. But that doesn't justify him being overly emotional and petty when he doesn't need to be. In this situation, I didn't feel like he needed to be petty towards Tinashe. He's just too sassy, if you know what I mean. But Tinashe didn't really respond. However, she was getting a lot of support from her fans, and I noticed that she liked an interesting tweet. This is the tweet that she liked. You already know we riding with you. I got a good feeling you rejected Chris and he's still butt hurt over it. That would explain his hostility and weird obsession with you. LOL. So I guess that's Tinashe's way of confirming that Chris is salty that she rejected him years ago, because this is not the first time Chris has come out against Tinashe. In fact, there was a situation that,
man, y'all let us know what y'all think down in the comments below. I don't know about that situation. I don't know. I don't be keeping up with what be going on with neither one of them. But make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, drop us down a comment in the comment section letting us know what you feel about this video. Appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. We're gonna catch you on the next one. We out.